This is Tipsy McStaggers back on the air for Canuck Derby TV with Scotch Minx
and the Derby Nerd here. Roadkill still working the camera.
So we did some investigative sleuthing in between on the halftime, trying to figure out what some of the calls that we were unsure of upstairs, and I'm going to pass it over to the Derby Nerd, who's going to explain the one major penalty call on the Forest City Jammer.
So they gave the penalty. It was a major to Andy Slamberg, and they gave it to her for engaging an out-of-play skater. So in her attempt, I think, to lure the out-of-play block, or the passive blocking, she ended up engaging with that skater, which you can't do because she was out of play.
Exactly, yeah. So, again, it was one of the many calls that the Forest City bench was unhappy with. Yes. But perhaps maybe, I think the largest thing they've been complaining about is that the majority of their calls against them have been major penalties.
Yeah. And
perhaps a little unsure or trying to stress some consistency to the referees. And, so it was a bit of a challenging half for them, even though they were solidly in the lead of this game.
Yes, they weren't happy with it. Back Alley Sally is sitting on 4 majors right now. She's in the biggest trouble. 3 major forearms, so we'll have to watch out for that in this half. I did have a little chat with Marambo, one of the captains for the Forest City, and she said in half they did have a conversation about engaging the referees and just to keep it quiet. She stressed that we don't want to get into insubordination. Exactly. Building up all those minutes in the box, so she's trying to, captain's well aware of what's going on the track and trying to keep the teams calmed down.
Yeah, a little seems to be a little bit of attitude resonating back from the Forest City bench.
Andy Slamberg too is sitting on 2 majors. They're the ones with more than one. I believe only Judge Jody sitting with 2 majors for the Hammer City Roller Girls. Oh, and number 333. Who's that? Number 333
for the Harlots. For the Harlots, 333 is Lucky Lady Pearl.
Lucky Lady Pearl.
She was taking on a lot of the jam position out there for them.
That's right. I'm just noticing that my list actually has the skaters' real names, which, while interesting, means nothing to me. We've been joined in the booth by Bailey, the human camera.
The human camera, Bailey, workhorse. She did probably the most amount of hours on camera, most amount of hours working in the booth, with the exception of Johnny Kaput for the 2011 Beast of the East.
That's right. She actually fused with one of the cameras and it had to be surgically removed from her body.
Yeah, exactly. It was a little awkward at work for her, so that surgery happily paid for by Canuck Derby TV.
That's right.
But we made it so that we could actually reattach the camera to her whenever she is needed.
Which will
be later today.
That's right. Okay, we are back underway here, second half. First semifinal of the 2011 Blood Spill on the Hill. CWRDA's Eastern Championship. Slacker Smacker taking a nice inside pass to take lead jammer.
And looks to be Hammer City changing things up just a little bit. We have Dark Passion Play jamming for them to start off this second half. And that's her first time wearing the star this bout. But unfortunately, she is about a good half lap behind the lead jammer from Forest City, who's already scoring points.
Marambo taking some hits in the pack, but staying up.
Yeah, and it doesn't take long for the attitude to start showing again from Forest City.
Oh, and Marambo giving it to Slacker Smacker, telling her to make a big call. Freezer Burn out there with On Your Face, Bustin' Beaver, and number 317 is Suffragette in the pack for Forest City.
Juicy Flawless wearing the star for the Hamilton Harlots.
Against Andy Slamberg, sitting on 2 majors.
With Wax Poetic wearing the pivot panty for the Harlots as well.
And On Your Face couldn't hold back the Harlots jammer. We've got our first lead jam and a half for the Harlots.
No, she was actually on her way to the penalty box.
Yes, excuse me.
She thought it was a major penalty, but she was only a minor.
Just being called no lead. Yeah, I was confused there with what was going on. But no lead for the Harlots. Andy Slamberg, though. Oh, CWRDA. Yeah, I was saying that yesterday. I got a little flack for that. Somebody said I made that up. But
yeah, no. For those of you following along at home, when we do make reference to CWRDA, it is actually we're referring to CWRDA.
Yes, the Canadian Women's Roller Derby Association.
Yes.
Andy Slambird calling. Again with a gentle little tap on her hips.
Bad habits are hard to break. Usually bad habits are the best habits, but unfortunately they're not going to help you out in this game.
So 138-10 is score update. 8-3 in the half. Oh, 142-10, sorry.
Lucky Lady Pearl lining up for the Harlots. Now she may be in some penalty trouble herself.
Yes. Now she does have two majors.
Two majors.
And lining up against, is that Mighty Thor? Mixing it up?
Yeah, I think both teams are mixing it up right now.
So Force City sending out Mighty Thor. She has jammed for the Luscious Lunch Ladies, so she's not an inexperienced jammer, and she easily takes the inside pass.
Now, but nice move by Lucky Lady Pearl to make it through that pack. You got to say that Mighty Thor is not your typical jammer physique, yet she does it so well here.
Yep, good tight turns. She's approaching now, but a great pace line by the Harlots. Candy Sass has to pull back and make sure she's not destroying that pack, and Slambird through the big emphatic call. Not missing that one.
Yeah.
So good pickup for Mighty Thor in her first jam of the day. She did jam a little bit yesterday as well.
Yep.
Kilson out there in the pack too, so you can tell that Force City's perhaps resting up their top jammers now that they seem to have this one so clearly in control. 136-point lead.
Looks to be a lot of positive energy downstairs on the Hamilton Harlot bench. I think they're still having a good time. They're not frustrated with the way this game is going yet at all.
No, I think they would have liked a better turnout, but I think they're going to be happy just with their one victory for the weekend and valuable experience against a very tough Force City team here. Slacker Smacker making her way through the front. Boy, and that's going to be another low block major. Again.
Oh, naughty B, no.
That's her second low block major, I think. She's going to have to watch her falls.
Yep.
4-point falls. I just finished fresh meat. I know these things.
Yeah, for those of you at home, if you haven't gone to the Derby Nerds blog, you should check it out. He's got lots of interesting material on there. He himself has actually been going through the fresh meat program for Tord, and I got to give him mad respect for doing that.
I took my hits, that's for sure.
Yep.
10 weeks, but it was a great experience to get to see. Tord is a very intricate sort of farm system that they're starting to develop, and it was great to be a part of that, see those young skaters come up. Slam Wow is on the boards. She was one of the my testers last weekend, actually.
I guess they're all proud of you for passing that as well.
Lightning Slim. I would love to see Lightning Slim out there on in the fresh meat program for Tord. He's kind of built like Rebel Rocket, if anyone knows Rebel Rocket from Roller Derby.
Nice. I'm not sure. There's lots of talk about men's leagues creeping up throughout the various Derby-embedded cities, but
Tord is definitely not starting a men's league.
I think the readers here just want to know why you took fresh meat.
Because I'm a Derby nerd, I guess. I have no good reason. I've been trying to answer that for the last 10 weeks.
Well, I think it's just so that you can say unequivocally when you are boutcasting and when you're writing your blog, you know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure,
you bonded with the girls. You went through what they went through. You can speak from experience as to what's happening.
One thing I learned.
Disco took a shoulder right to the jaw. She's okay, but she's got to shake that off.
And it is being called.
She doesn't like that hit whatsoever, and she's a little rattled.
I do have to say that seeing the game from that perspective was completely different. I thought it would add a lot to the boutcasting and the writing, and it adds something different because you're seeing the game from the inside out as opposed to the outside in. So it was a really neat, eye-opening experience. I realized I still have a lot left to learn about Derby.
Yeah.
I felt like I'd hit a wall in my learning looking from the outside.
There is a little bit of concern on the boards here about dudes and fishnets. Just want to talk to you on that, being a Derby player now.
Dudes and what's wrong with dudes and fishnets?
Unless you're Tommy Toxic.
Yeah, that's
Tommy
right.
Toxic can pull off. Montreal roller derby referee. He can pull off fishnets like no other's business.
Yes. So Harlots trying to push this one. We should get back to the game here. 155-10 is the score. 7 minutes in. Mighty Thor out there jamming once again for Forest City. Nunya Biz taking a shot to the face also.
Yeah, I think it's getting a little rough on the track.
It is. Yeah, things are getting a little sloppy.
Yeah. Smacky Ode, Hamilton City Jammer, still trying to make the way out through on her initial pass, but a large hit thrown there by
Nunya Biz.
Yeah, she was on the wrong end of a bump there.
Now Marambo having her way with the jammer. A nice big hit, taking her to the outside. Marambo, Nunya Biz alone out there in the pack, but doing a great job. Here comes Suffragette now. And Kilson pivoting.
Yep.
The traditional jammer.
Juicy Flawless playing as a blocker in this pack and really starting to throw her weight around.
Look at that wall of white.
Looks like Judge Jody on her way to the penalty box. Perhaps a major back block.
And another Hammer City blocker following her in. Mm-hmm. So these guys are trading undisciplined play.
Yep.
2 Forest City blockers just came out of the box. 2 Hammer City blockers go in.
Oh, lots of... Oh! Again, let's go back to the learn to small fall philosophy.
Yes. Oh, and Marambo just one-on-one right now is punishing that poor Harlots jammer.
Yep. And just Smacky O just not enjoying this jam, I think.
It's actually interesting for me to see their real names.
Mighty Thor falls off the jam with only about 3 seconds left on the jam clock.
Oh, Marambo being sent off. This will be her 3rd major, I believe.
Was it a major or was it a accumulation of minors?
Accumulation of minors.
Because that would put her in danger of ejection as well.
Oh, no, sorry. That's only her 2nd trip to the box.
Okay.
She's fine.
She's fine, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Freezer Burn out there with Anya Face in the pack for Forest City.
Looks like Lucky Lady Pearl lining up on the jam line. There's only... there's...
Slacker Smacker for Forest City. And Trixie Von Smash now opening up a hole for her jammer. Slacker Smacker is your lead jammer.
Yep. Lucky Lady Pearl. She's got a lot of obstacles to make her way through there.
3 big obstacles in white. She's past Trixie Von Smash. On your face.
Gets a nice whip and an assist. Gives her enough momentum to make her way through.
Nice job getting around Freezer Burn and on your face at the front of that pack.
Yeah, excellent assistance from her pack mates.
But Slacker Smacker already threw in her scoring pass, and I would assume she'd call this one.
Yep. Judge Jody back out onto the track there. One of Harlot's more veteran players.
Marambo yelling encouragement from the penalty box, or just reminding them that she's in the penalty box, perhaps.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yes, on your face out there. Almost sent out 4 blockers. Back Alley Sally sitting on 4 majors right now. The only player really in danger of ejection.
Like team captain Naughty B. Harlots jamming. Zoe Disco wearing the pivot stripe. She's recovered from that jarring hit that she took a little earlier. She's pushing the Forest City jammer out.
Doing a nice job in Andy Slamberg.
Oh.
But Slamberg able to juke her way through there.
Excellent work, but she's got the Harlots jammer hot on her heels right behind.
That's right, and she is not the lead jammer.
Yeah, it's given to the Harlot skater.
Minor cut being called on Andy Slamberg.
They're going pretty much toe-to-toe. Tries to put a little hip on her to take her out of bounds.
And there is a lot of white points there at the back of the pack. They might think about forming a pace line here because they're in danger. Back Alley Sally, though, doing a good job to not only save her point, but slow down the jammer considerably and allow Andy Slamberg now to move in.
She's still trying to fight to grab that 1 point before she calls it off, I believe.
Yep.
But she's...
Because Slamberg is now scoring.
Yep, she's up tight. Oh, yeah, definitely 1 point for Slamberg. She's got 1 live point down. 2 if you count what's in the penalty box.
Back Alley Sally finally.
There, she gets a couple points. Not seems to be happy with a couple. She wants to get all 4 before she calls it off, it appears.
And Slamberg hasn't been able to get through yet, so good job by the Harlots to hold her back, recycle her into the
trying to
back of the
get the
pack.
whip, the assist, but just doesn't quite reach it.
And still Marambo
Still
and Anya
reaching
Face
for it.
doing
There it is,
great
but
job up
right
front
into the hip.
of Anya Face, and she is going all the way
to
back.
the back. Now I think this is a wise move, and you should be probably calling off the jam
And
at this point.
she is going to call it off. So tough jam for the Harlots. Force City coasting now, 174 up, 174 to 13.
It looks like.
177-13 is your final updated score. Just slowly approaching the halfway point of the second half. Mighty Thor jamming now for Forest City.
Lined up against Juicy Flawless.
No official timeout.
Official timeout. Let's see what this is about. But so far, the game is moving fairly smoothly. We're well on schedule.
Yep. Next game is coming to you at 11 a.m. It will be the Rideau Valley Vermin. Are we going to see Assassinista in that one? I saw her hanging out this morning.
Dressed. I guess her commitments yesterday have passed, so that she's actually out here and she's got her gear with her and looks like she's dressing for the game.
That's not good news for the G-Stars.
No. I'm not sure if I've seen any of the Slavic Slayer or Killer Kozak either yet today, but
I heard Slavic Slayer has an update on her condition, or is it Killer Kozak?
It's Killer Kozak,
Okay.
and she does have a little bit of poison ivy this morning.
Oh, I thought it was something to do with she was bitten by a monkey.
or Mad Monkey Rage
Mad
virus.
Monkey Rage virus.
Which they'd still probably dress her if that's the case.
Isn't that the other name for poison ivy?
Yeah, that's the scientific name.
Yeah, that's genus and species. So one of the twins will be out.
Yeah. For those of you, just following along at home, if you can hear this, they're actually playing Shaggy right now in the arena. It's been a long time since I've heard Shaggy. Oh, and Tiny Murders is getting crunk in the back of the room. Oh. It doesn't take long to get punchy on a Sunday morning. Oh, Hamilton bench got a whole little dance line going.
Hamilton's taking this in stride.
Yeah.
They win the points for dancing right now.
Exactly. I don't think I've seen a team in a long, long time be this grumpy about still winning for a city.
Yes. We've got gear on the track right now.
Oh, someone's lost
pad.
a knee pad, a cap. And a quick little moment of surgery, and the Harlot Jammer has reattached the cap on her knee
well
pad.
done, and still within the back, and dealing with Kilson at that. So nice job by
Looks like Juicy Flawless is multitasking.
But Mighty Thor is already scoring. Grand slam.
Oh, takes the inside line, and she squeezes her way through.
She's through, but Thor might take another pass.
Yeah, Juicy's about a half lap behind of the London lead jammer.
So we're just trying to find the score now from some of the games. A lot of action going on last night in Canada and abroad. And we are getting one score. Oh, Ditas took La Racaille 116-72. I heard that was a tight one early on. La Racaille was winning early on. Oh, roadkill with the thumbs down, former skater with La Racaille. But the Ditas look like the team to beat in Montreal this year. They look solid out of now I'm thinking dirty look from roadkill. I was a big La Racaille fan back in the day. I was there for the Celery Championships in 2008. With all the celery and the suicide seats. Now, what about the... Oh, actually, Slam Wow. Is Slam Wow still on the boards? Maybe she can update us with the Divas bout last night in Sudbury. So, Divas... Oh, and we have a penny pass.
Oh! Those of you at home, have a drink.
Marambo is jamming. Slacker Smacker giving her the panty.
That seems to be the trick you play when you're solidly well ahead. Yes. I haven't seen a penny pass in a tight game where it's actually...
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, Montreal did it twice against Jet City, and both of them were brilliant.
Yeah.
And both of them seemed to be set up because Iron Wench was pivoting for one of those jams, which leads me to believe it was something that had been a little planned. Oh,
Marambo doesn't really make much use of it as she makes her trip to the box, setting up a Harlot power jam.
Her opportunity to jam.
Short-lived.
Short-lived. She's in the box. And Slacker Smacker, the girl who gave her the star, is also in the box with her. So it seems like whatever happened, the jammer was going to be in the box.
We got Dollface Massacre updating us that Divas lost to Sudbury.
Wow. Sister Slag with a little revenge bout on the Divas. I should have been playing.
You should have been playing. You are a fresh meat graduate.
I'm a diva. No, the Divas they haven't integrated the my class of fresh meat yet into the Divas program. But yeah, that's great for Sister Slag. They've been slowly developing there, and I know they've had a hard time with the Divas in the past, so this is going to be a big victory for them. And I guess we still need to hear the Thunder score from the Thunder there in Hudson Valley last night in a WIFTA-sanctioned bout. Oh, Slacker Smacker with a huge hit.
A heavy hit on Smacky O. Smacky O really feeling the effect of that one.
You know, I hate comparing skaters to each other, but Slacker Smacker reminds me a lot of Bruceberry Pie, plays for the Smoke City Betties.
Excellent.
Now that I've seen her in the pack and jam, they have a very similar style game.
Monkey Rage Virus has come and joined us. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, it looks terrible.
Oh, geez.
We are getting visual confirmation now of the monkey disease.
That's affecting our...
It's gross. Nasty. Andy Slamberg is cougaring.
Oh, we have an official timeout, it looks like.
Picking up a minor. I'm so glad I know why we call it cougaring now. I will never call it poodling again. An official timeout now with 13 minutes left. 189-13 is the score.
Everyone, just so you know, I think stranger things have happened.
We've had lots of nudity in the booth this weekend.
Yeah, most of it's been Johnny Kaput.
Yes. He's naked right now, actually. Well, no, sorry, he's wearing socks.
Yeah, the definition of naked.
And earphones, right. Socks and earphones, that's all he's wearing.
Yeah. We have a score update. Thunder win 287-74 over the Hudson Valley.
Oh, a strong victory.
Sorry. Yeah, definitive victory, too. Well done, Thunder. They're making some waves in the North Central region this year in WIFTA.
Yeah, it is.
They had a good showing against Detroit recently. And we're also getting updates all over the place here. Terminal City, unfortunately, lost in their sanctioned bout against Emerald City, I believe.
Yeah. It's the internet age.
Yeah, the age of the internet. We're looking for a score, but yeah, Terminal City down. So one victory for WIFTA sanctioned bouts for Canada last night. Thunder.
And the Sister Slag score was 157-36.
Wow, dominating. Wow, Sudbury really turning things around up there.
And that's good. Good for them. Good for their program.
I think they're leading the way in the north. Yeah, wow, the Divas. A similar Divas team handled them pretty easily earlier in the year.
I'd like to call attention to the cougaring that just happened down there a moment ago.
Andy Slamberg's chasing minors.
Oh!
Lead jammer, too.
Looks like Laura Slam is trying to take advantage of this. Oh, but she burns. She blows a tire on turn 2.
And that allows Mighty Thor to try to pick up some ground here. And Kilson is pivoting, and Kilson is trapped at the back. Back alley Sally, last one to beat. Kilson trying to recycle her, but go.
And Laura Slam wins the foot race to call off the jam.
Oh, another late call.
Yeah.
Maybe the Harlots are going to get upset now. $127.39
for Emerald City over Terminal City.
Terminal City, they're in tough in the West. Come up and yeah, we would love to see some of those Western updates. I was really surprised to see that Eville. Is that official that Eville beat Oil City? That would have been that's a huge victory for Eville. Yeah, so we're just going to try and get some of the Western scores too. We will keep you updated in this one. 191-17 is the score with 12 minutes left. Slacker Smackers.
Yep.
So yes, Eville did beat Oil City last night.
Juicy Flawless, just breaking her way through the pack, but she is not lead jam. She has a forearm penalty against her. So no lead jam on this one. We're going to go the full 2 minutes with 11 minutes and 23 seconds left to play in this second half.
So it looks like Eves of Destruction from Victoria and the Eville are the teams to beat out west. They'll be finishing that tournament off today. Big victories for last night for Eville, especially the tight one, 123-119 over Oil City. Wow, exciting stuff out west. Slacker Smacker having a hard time with the wall of black at the front. Lots of skaters falling down at the back.
Yes.
2-wall now, and Slacker Smacker is going to go right through that.
Oh. Wax Poetic just playing her position very, very strongly there. Trying to slow down the pack. She was holding the inside line.
So 4 points for the Harlots also, but Slacker Smacker is going to go and try to make sure that she gets the advantage in this jam. So Forest City now, barring a miraculous comeback, will be off until 5 p.m. That's a long break until the championship game tonight.
Yeah, you don't want to get too tightened up over there. You just want to keep yourselves fresh, keep yourselves loose. Oh, we've got a bit of a power jam coming on right here.
Slacker Smacker not happy at all. She's been having quite a battle with the referees. And I missed the call on that one too.
That's not going to go well though. That's
Slacker Smacker is young and fiery, and she's still letting someone know it.
I got another score update.
Yep.
In St. Albert, Lethbridge played St. Albert. 139 for Lethbridge, 80 for St. Albert. And these are the types of bouts that I'm not aware of.
Yes.
Because people don't submit nothing. So if you want Canuck Derby TV to try to cover you guys too, you got to help us out by actually letting us know you exist.
Submit your scores, Lethbridge and St. Albert. But congratulations to Lethbridge. Victory over St. Albert. From Alberta. All right, Jammer now.
Dark Passion Play for the Hamilton Harlots, wearing the Jammer Star. Again, I think this is about her second time jamming on this bout. So
Suffragette with a nice hit and a nice goat. Holding the jammer at the back, and Judge Jody now comes in to peel off Suffragette and allow their jammer through. Only to run into a wall of Marambo and Suffragette. And Judge Jody though, doing a good job.
Judge Jody, she's starting to play with a little more fire right now.
Yeah.
Wants to make sure that if they're going away with the loss, the other team's going to be going away with a bruise.
That's right. But Bustin' Beaver there in a collision with the jammer, and they both went down. They've got a Bustin' Beaver now being held at the back by the Harlots.
Oh, nice move by Dark Passion Play. Stays in bounds and craps through on the lead jam while taking the outside line.
Harlots starting to call penalties now too. Both teams giving it to the refs in this one. It's early. Everyone's a little cranky.
Yeah, it's a thankless job, I tell you, wearing the stripes. Oh, and she calls it off.
Slacker Smacker was re-entering the pack. Big collision at the back, but there's hugs all around. Okay, so we are under 10 minutes, 7:47. 200 has been reached by Forest City now, 200-28. Forest City scored 232 points yesterday against Royal City. Looks like they'll be able to top that today. And they're off. Mighty Thor jamming now. Still resting up Kilson. I expect we'll see her a lot in the championship later on today.
Looks like Lucky Lady Pearl trying to fight her way. Oh, nope, sorry, my mistake. That's Naughty B. Naughty B trying to make her way through the pack, getting an assist from Zodisco.
Mighty
no
Thor
avail, though.
Mighty Thor already approaching for her scoring pass. And finally, Hammer City Jammer is through. But Mighty Thor is picking up points, and she's going to get her full pass. And she does. Mighty Thor passing number 7098 in black for the Harlots. Jam is done. 6:40, 2:04:28. Second half of this first of two semifinals for the Blood Spill on the Hill, the 2011 Eastern Championships by CWRDA.
I feel it's probably safe to say we have our first finalist.
I think so. It's going to be hard to pick up 170 points in the next 6 minutes.
Not impossible, just very, very hard. But not impossible, just improbable.
Not impossible, yes. A couple 30-point jams, and this one is in the Harlots' hands. Six-minute mark now, 2:04. Got Andy Slamberg back out there jamming for City. She's being called for a cut.
Yep.
And that was the last line of defense. She doesn't like it, but it looked like a pretty big cut from up here.
Yeah. Puts Laura Slam in an opportunity with the power jam. She is not the lead jam, though. She didn't make it too clean herself.
And the Harlots finally killing this pack. Here's our first 30-point jam. Cue the comeback.
To the comeback right now.
It's a dead pack.
Dead pack moving super slow.
And a leap.
That will get the crowd standing right there,
But
folks.
she couldn't quite keep her feet, but nonetheless, it was a nice leap.
Making it through was enough, I'd say. She grabbed those points on the power jam. Another inside line, but can she see it? She going to grab it?
With Kilson.
And away she goes. Judge Jody holding the front of the line right there.
Kilson is an extraordinarily experienced jammer, not an experienced pivot, and Judge Jody was able to just push her out of the way. Bustin Bieber now going off with 4 minors.
Here she comes again on her third pass, and she sneaks through.
Wow,
that's
another
at
one.
least 15 points, moving up close to, can she pull 20?
Under 5 minutes now. They're hitting 2:04 to 48. They're within 160 points now.
To the comeback.
That's right. No, but this is a great end for the Harlots.
Yeah, they can take some positive out of this. Looks like Judge Jody may have gotten a little overly physical, and she's on her way to the penalty box.
Kilson Suffragette have to let the jammer go. Another one, 20-point jam.
Oh, and a large back block on the Forest City jammer. She's back to the penalty box.
In the penalty box, Slamberg. That's good. She's got 4 majors now, but only 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Probably safe in this one. And one more pass, 25
and she
points.
Is through.
25-point jam for the Harlots, and they are happy. I think this probably just made their tournament, regardless of what happens in the last 4 minutes of this bout.
Yep, I think that's right there. This will be the big positive that they take away.
So nice job by Hammer City, putting up now 58 points, 204-58.
Let's just see if there's any jammer rivalry on the Harlot team as Juicy Flawless lines up to see what she can do with this power jam.
Yeah, almost a fresh power jam.
Yep.
Jody and Slamberg, I noticed, talking on the penalty bench. Good camaraderie amongst these Southern Ontario rivals.
Now you'd think that there'd be at some point a little bit of maybe some grudges, some feuds, but no, the Derby girls get along really, really well.
Yes.
From city to city. It's all sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops.
In the Derby world.
Yeah. So I think the officials are just double checking the score on that very, very enthusiastic jam for the Hamilton City Harlots.
Looked like 25 from up here.
Yep.
Lock and Roll is telling something to her Hammer City blockers right now, perhaps trying to set up a trap here on this power jam. So for City, you have to start wondering, they're getting pretty sloppy now late in this game. You have to start wondering if they're already looking forward, thinking about the 5 p.m. championship.
Yeah, I think their heads are a little out of this game at the moment, starting to look past them.
Is that Graham Puba in the on the chats? Welcome.
Sorry, what's that? Oh. Looks to have been a little bit of a water spill inside on the infield there as well.
Very active chat for 10:30 on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, God bless you, internet people. Thank you for joining us.
So an official timeout still under review. Looks like talking to Molotov Rocktail in the center. Penny Whistler.
Oh, so those of you at home experiencing, again, the full force of Canuck Derby TV, complete with replays, you got to relive that exciting jam.
Yes.
So again, if you like to press the donate button, you can bring Johnny Kaput one step closer to his goal of broadcasting in 3D for 2012.
And if you donate enough money, Johnny Kaput will come to your house
and broadcast from your living room.
and cook dinner for you.
Oh, that's perhaps not exactly a winning prize.
Sorry, that's actually dissuading people
Exactly.
to donate.
And apparently now you owe people money, Johnny.
Oh, Molotov getting some shout-outs from the TextCast, Lightning Slim.
Yep.
Voting Molotov for the best Wrangler in Derby. Nice
Ooh.
job.
Juicy Flawless. Seeing if she can rival her teammate there to try to pull up another. Oh, but that's a bad start.
Somebody does want Johnny to cook them dinner. There you go, see?
Oh, good. Your funeral.
It'll be craft dinner and hot dogs. Johnny Kaput.
Oh, there's a whip on the outside trying to get some momentum for the jammer.
Fast-paced line by Anya Face and Marambo.
Yeah,
Justin Bieber, though.
I think they're having a hard time living down that one jam, so they're going to want to make sure that it doesn't repeat itself.
Yeah, great power kill right now.
We'll consult Johnny Kaput in a moment to see what the going rate for a Johnny Kaput dinner is, as Chapboard's starting to line up to see.
What have I unleashed? Andy Slamberg is your lead jammer on the track.
You've unleashed a great deal of gastrointestinal problems.
And Marambo with a huge hip
Juicy,
check.
Flawless, taking the wrong
Beautiful
end of
hip
that
check
one.
straight into the midsection.
Yeah, that was textbook.
Well executed, and I'm glad for the restraint from the refs.
Yep.
Appreciating that great hip check.
Yep.
Those are so hard to time to make sure that they're not low.
Although there's an offer to Mr. Kaput that if he does make a trip back to Moncton, that dinner will be provided for him.
Oh. Well, there you go. That's even better.
A lot of Kaput fans in Moncton. So we got about 9 seconds left on this jam with about 1:48 left to go in the bout.
That's right. So this bout is nearing its end. The Harlots' journey at the CWRDA 2011 Eastern Championships
CWRDA.
reaching an end. But a good performance for them. They picked up their first win of 2011 yesterday against Belles of the Brawl from Brantford, the Hammer City Roller Girls, 234-61. And I think they'll be happy in the end with this performance. Putting up nearly 60 points so far against Forest City will be something that they take a lot of positives from.
Yep. Oh, nothing will get a Derby girl dancing faster than Lady Gaga.
I'm just getting an inside scoop. Mike used to have a fry wagon. Is that true? Or Johnny, sorry. So, so he is actually a chef.
Well, you can make your fries.
Fries, yeah.
Yep. It's the Johnny Kaput's Fine French Fry Emporium. It was traveling chip wagon.
I imagine there's a lot of duct tape involved if Canuck Derby TV is any indicator.
All right, so back to the action.
Yes, 40 seconds left. Slacker Smacker jamming for City. She's in on her scoring pass right now.
Yeah, Lucky Lady Pearl finally breaks through the pack, but she's a good, almost full half lap behind the Forest City jammer, who's already starting to rack up some points.
Slacker Smacker got a minor cut on that, but reset so she can get her points, and she's going to call it. So I don't think we're going to have time for another jam. We're under 30 seconds unless we have a timeout.
Is anyone going to call a timeout to try to? Yeah, and Hamilton's
lock
calling
and roll
a timeout.
is.
They don't want to let this one go. They still feel it's within sight.
I think they're looking at that 60 points as a little bit of a benchmark.
Yeah.
No, I think they want to hit 60. 213
Actually,
to 58.
it looks to me like Roadkill approves of the decision. She wants to see another jam. She does. Tiny Murders, you enjoying your lemonade?
In about 25 minutes, we'll be bringing you the second semifinal between the Rideau Valley Vermin and the GTA G-Stars. That is going to be
that one can go either way.
Hot bout.
Yeah,
for sure. I think with some of the veteran jammers from the Vermin are from Rideau Valley not in action today.
Nope.
Maybe
I
a
do
slight
believe
jammer advantage for G-Stars.
I do believe the entire Vixen rotation on the jammer line, at least, is not dressed for this
Not
game.
dressed, yeah. So maybe a little advantage in experience for the G-Star jammers, like Liwei Reckham and Getcha Kicks, who've been
But some strong
around.
defensive players from
Yes.
the Rideau Valley lineup are
Yeah,
dressed. So
it will be hard pressed for GTA to own the pack as they did yesterday against ORD, because you can have Semi Precious out there. Assassinisa is dressing today. Big Block was playing. Yeah, lots of strong Rideau Valley blockers in the pack. Okay, here we are. This is definitely our last jam.
looks like Captain Naughty B jamming for the Harlots, trying to
And Mighty Thor's your last lead
jammer
jammer.
for this game. Yep, she's going to try to make up some of the distance.
Interested to see how long she lets this go.
Yeah, I'm sure she's just going to grab a point and let her go.
Call it. They've got a big game coming up at 5 p.m. tonight, the Eastern Championships.
But lots of time.
They've booked their ticket. And there's at least one for Mighty Thor. But she's going to get through this pack.
Yep.
Nice whip by Kilson. Little help. Marambo.
One body left to beat. Oh,
Oh,
Zoe
nice
Disco.
job.
Zoe Disco. Again, she's going to be a force in the years to come for the Hamilton City squad. And she calls it off.
There's the call. Yeah, Zoe Disco forcing the call on Mighty Thor.
Well, while it may have been not the turnout or the outcome that Hamilton wanted, still they're laying the groundwork for a strong future for their program.
That's right. Yeah, good. Weekend was a good start. But Hammer City now will move on to the third place game. And they will wait for the losers of our next semifinal, which is coming up in just 22 minutes.
So Hamilton gets another game out of today then.
That's right, yeah. Hamilton will get to play one more. For third place, that'll be happening at 3 p.m. today. They'll face the losers of our next bout, the Vermin and the G-Stars. I'll be back to call that one.
And I'll be joining you as well.
That's right. So we'll call this one.
Yeah, on behalf of myself, Deputy Mix Tigers, we have Scotch Mink saying goodbye on the live chat.
Roadkill has already left the booth. Our camera operator.
Apparently she said she had something about having enough of your crap there, Derby Nerd.
Yes. She didn't like my little Dita's remark.
No, apparently
I
not.
offended a veteran Lower Kai skater.
Want to throw a big shout out to Dirt Herder, watching from afar. Thank you. Join us. See you again in about 25 minutes.
Yep. Thanks to Estrosense for their help on this this particular bout, and of course Neon Skates. Derby Nerd here for Canuck Derby TV. We'll be back in 20 for the second semifinal.
Till then.